Hello and welcome to today's special episode. I'm Dr. Iviana and I'm thrilled to be joined by my dear colleague, Dr. Linda Russell. Today, we're diving into a subject that affects millions worldwide, arthritis. But this isn't just about discussing problems. We'll also share solutions that could change lives, including a clinically tested breakthrough cream called ChroniXEase. That's right, Dr. Iviana. Arthritis isn't just a medical term. It's daily pain, stiffness, and frustration for so many people. We'll unpack what arthritis really is, the different types, why it happens, and most importantly, how you can manage it effectively. Welcome back, everyone. In this part of our discussion, we're going to dive deep into understanding arthritis. Now, I know when many people hear the word arthritis, they think, oh, that's just something older people get, or they assume it's just a little joint pain. But here's the truth. Arthritis is far more complex. In fact, there are over 100 different types of arthritis and related conditions.
Yeah.
Exactly, Eviana. And what's really important to understand is that arthritis isn't just one disease.
Yeah.
It's a broad term, like an umbrella, that covers a whole family of conditions affecting the joints.
Mm-hmm.
Some are degenerative, some are autoimmune, and some are connected to other health issues like psoriasis or even infections. That's such a crucial point. And today, for the sake of our listeners, we're going to focus on the three most common types: osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and psoriatic arthritis. Because these three alone affect millions of people worldwide, and they're often misunderstood. Let's start with osteoarthritis. This is sometimes called the wear and tear arthritis. What happens is, over time, the cartilage, that smooth, cushiony material at the ends of your bones, begins to break down.
Mm-hmm.
And for our listeners, let's imagine it like this. Think of cartilage as the padding inside your shoes. When it's new, everything feels soft and comfortable. But if you wear those shoes every single day for years, eventually the padding wears out. And what happens? You start feeling every step. The same thing happens inside your joints when cartilage wears down.
Mm-hmm.
And without that cartilage cushion, the bones start to rub directly against each other. That's where the pain, swelling, and stiffness come in.
Yeah.
The knees, hips, hands, and spine are the most common places people experience osteoarthritis. This is really widespread. According to global health studies, over 300 million people worldwide live with osteoarthritis, actually one of the leading causes of disability, especially among older adults. And here's the part many people don't realize: osteoarthritis isn't just part of aging. While it does become more common as we grow older, there's like past injuries, repetitive stress from certain jobs, obesity, and even genetics can play a big role. Exactly. I once treated a woman in her mid-40s, not elderly at all, who had severe osteoarthritis in her knees. She wasn't overweight, but she had been a competitive runner for years.
Yeah.
The constant impact on her joints eventually caused cartilage breakdown.
Yeah.
So it's not just about getting old.
Yeah.
Now let's shift to something completely different: rheumatoid arthritis. Unlike osteoarthritis, this isn't about wear and tear. This is an autoimmune disease. That's right. With rheumatoid arthritis, or RA, the body's own immune system goes rogue instead of protecting you. While it does become more common as we grow older, it starts attacking the healthy tissues in your joints, especially the lining of the joints, called the synovium. And that immune attack creates chronic inflammation.
Yeah.
Over time, that inflammation thickens the synovium, damages cartilage, and erodes bone. This is why rheumatoid arthritis can be so destructive if it's not managed properly. And it's not just about the joints. Because RA is an autoimmune disease, it can also affect other systems in the body. There's like the eyes, lungs, heart, and even blood vessels. That's why it's considered a systemic disease. What's really heartbreaking is how young some patients are when they'll get diagnosed. I had a patient in her early 30s, a mother of two, who could barely grip a pen to help her kids with homework because of RA flare-ups in her fingers. People often assume arthritis is something for the elderly, but rheumatoid arthritis often strikes people between the ages of 30 and 50. Yes, and women are about 3 times more likely than men to develop RA. That's another thing worth noting for our listeners. Finally, let's talk about psoriatic arthritis. This one is particularly interesting because it links 2 conditions together: psoriasis, which is a skin disorder, and arthritis. Right. Psoriasis causes red, scaly patches on the skin. But in some people, the immune dysfunction that triggers psoriasis also attacks the joints, leading to psoriatic arthritis. The result is joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and sometimes severe fatigue. And what makes psoriatic arthritis so challenging is that it can look different in every patient. For some, it might affect just one or toe joints. For others, it could be widespread and very debilitating. And of course, the combination of skin flare-ups and joint pain can really affect quality of life. Exactly. And again, this isn't something that only happens in older people. It's essential to understand the underlying causes before considering any treatment options for your patients. So here's something I want our listeners to really take away. Arthritis is not just about aches and pains. It's not something to just shrug off. It's one of the leading causes of disability worldwide. Left untreated, it can rob people of their independence, their ability to work, their ability to enjoy life. Yeah, that's right. And because there are so many types, people need to pay attention to their symptoms. Persistent joint pain, morning stiffness, swelling that doesn't go away, fatigue, clivim. These are warning signs that shouldn't be ignored. Exactly. Early detection and intervention are key. The earlier arthritis is recognized, the more effectively we can manage it, you wisely and prevent long-term damage. So that gives us a solid foundation for understanding arthritis, the types, the causes, and the real impact it has on everyday lives. We'll talk about what actually happens inside the joints when arthritis progresses and why ignoring it can make things much worse over time. Stay with us. Welcome back, friends. In our last segment, we talked about what arthritis is, the science behind it, the types, and how it develops. But I think it's really important now to shift gears. Let's make this real. Let's talk about what life actually looks like for someone living with arthritis. And because it's easy to think of it as joint pain or stiffness, but for many people, it shapes every single moment of their day. That's so true. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, you want to stretch, but your joints are locked tight. Your knees feel like cement. Your fingers are swollen. Something as simple as reaching over to turn off your alarm clock can hurt. Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. For many patients, just getting out of bed is a battle. It can take 15, 20 minutes just to loosen up enough to stand. And then the challenges continue all day long. Walking to the bathroom, making breakfast, even holding a coffee mug becomes painful. Yes. And these everyday struggles add up. I remember one patient telling me, I feel like I've aged 40 years overnight. She was only in her early 50s, but her arthritis made her feel like she was living in a much older body. That's all heartbreaking. And the thing is, arthritis doesn't just limit mobility, it steals independence. People who once loved gardening, cooking, or playing with their grandchildren suddenly find themselves sidelined. Something as simple as buttoning a shirt or opening a jar becomes an exhausting task. And let's not forget stairs. We've had patients who live in 2-story houses and suddenly can't climb up to their own bedroom. Some end up sleeping in recliners or moving their whole life to the first floor. It really makes you realize how much we take our joints for granted until they stop working. Another reality we don't often talk about is how arthritis affects work and careers. Dr. Linda, I'm sure you've seen this as well. Absolutely. Many people with arthritis struggle to keep up with physically demanding jobs. Think about construction workers, nurses, even teachers who are on their feet all day. The pain and stiffness make it nearly impossible. And even in office jobs, typing on a keyboard or sitting for long stretches can be excruciating. I had a patient who was a chef. He loved his work aside, it was his passion. But the arthritis in his hands made chopping vegetables unbearable. He eventually had to step away from the kitchen, and it was devastating for him emotionally. And that's such an important point. Arthritis doesn't just impact the body. It impacts the mind, the emotions, and the sense of identity. When you lose the ability to do the things you love or the work that defines you, it can feel like losing a part of yourself. And socially too, people may withdraw from gatherings because it's just too painful to go out or they're embarrassed about their limitations. That isolation can feed into depression and anxiety. Yes, the mental health side is huge. Studies show that people living with chronic arthritis pain are at higher risk for depression. And it makes sense. Waking up every day knowing pain is waiting for you can be overwhelming. Exactly. One of my patients described it perfectly. She said, It's like having a roommate who never leaves. The pain is always there.
Yeah.
It's sometimes quiet, sometimes screaming, but always present. Imagine carrying that weight day after day. And it's not just sadness. There's also frustration, guilt, and even shame. People feel guilty for not being able to help around the house, or they feel like a burden on their families. I think that's a testament to the quality and the research that went into developing this. I think it's important we say this clearly to our listeners. Arthritis is not your fault. It's not weakness. And no one should feel ashamed of struggling with it. It's a medical condition, and it deserves care, compassion, and treatment. And another reality is the misconceptions. Too many people, including some patients themselves, just accept arthritis as a normal part of aging. They tell themselves, oh, my joints hurt, but that's just how it is when you get older. Yes, and that's dangerous thinking, because while arthritis may be common, it's not something you just have to live with silently. Treatments, lifestyle changes, and therapies can make a huge difference. But if people don't seek help, the disease progresses and the damage becomes harder to manage. And society often doesn't see arthritis as serious because it's invisible. If someone has a cast or is on crutches, people understand. But with arthritis, the pain isn't visible, so there's less empathy. That can make patients feel even more isolated. Yes, I often remind families, just because you can't see the pain doesn't mean it isn't real. Arthritis can be disabling, and loved ones need to believe and support those going through it. So when we talk about the reality of living with arthritis, we're really talking about a full body, full life impact. It's not just about joints. It's about independence, careers, family, and mental health. And the good news is it doesn't have to be accepted as an unchangeable reality with the right care. Lifestyle adjustments and support, people can regain control and improve their quality of life. That's right. And in our next segment, we'll discuss exactly that. What's happening inside the joints and arthritis progresses, and why treatment and early action are so important. All right, friends, in this part of our series, we're going to take you inside the body. We've talked about arthritis and what it feels like on the outside. But now, let us peek inside the joints themselves and see what's really happening. Because understanding this makes it so much clearer why arthritis is painful, prickly say, and why ignoring it can be dangerous. That's right. I often tell patients, think of your joints as a beautifully engineered machine, like the engine of a car. Every part has its purpose, the bones, the cartilage, the synovial fluid, and when everything works together, movement is smooth and pain-free. And that oil you mentioned, Dr. Linda, is called synovial fluid. It's like a natural lubricant, a slippery liquid that keeps the bones gliding without friction. If you bend your knee or flex your fingers right now, it's synovial fluid that allows it to happen smoothly, almost effortlessly. Exactly. Let's break it down. The bones are the frame. The cartilage is the cushion. Imagine a soft protective pad on the ends of your bones. And the synovial fluid is the lubricant that keeps everything moving. As long as you have enough cartilage and enough fluid, your joints can handle thousands of movements every day without wearing out. But when arthritis steps in, that system starts breaking down. The inflammation begins to eat away at the cartilage, and the synovial fluid becomes less effective. Sometimes it even thickens or disappears. Without that oil, what's left? Bone rubbing against bone. And that's as painful as it sounds. We call it bone-on-bone grinding, and it creates stiffness, swelling, and damage that can become permanent. And once the cartilage is gone, your body can't really grow it back naturally. That's why it's so important to protect your joints before they reach that stage. Now let's talk about the real villain here, inflammation. Because that's what drives much of the destruction in arthritis. Inflammation is your body's defense mechanism. If you cut your skin, inflammation helps heal it. But when inflammation happens in the joints, especially in conditions like rheumatoid arthritis coli, it's like the body's defense system is stuck in attack mode. And that constant attack thickles the joint lining, erodes cartilage, and even starts damaging the bone itself. So instead of protecting the body, inflammation becomes destructive. Exactly. And inflammation isn't always visible. Sometimes the joint looks normal from the outside, but inside it's like a silent fire burning away at the tissue. Yeah. Which is why people can sometimes delay seeking help. They don't see swelling, so they think, oh, it's nothing. But inside, the damage might already be progressing. And here's the scary part. Once that damage starts, it doesn't stop on its own. It tends to get worse, and sometimes quickly. That's why people who will wait it out often find their mobility dropping fast. Yes, untreated arthritis can lead to joint deformities, where fingers twist or knees bend unnaturally. That's not just painful, it changes the entire way a person can live. But here's the hopeful side. And this is what I really want our listeners to take away. Even though arthritis can't be reversed, there are many ways to slow it down. Reduce the inflammation and protect the joints you still have in HOR. Absolutely. Treatments like physical therapy, anti-inflammatory medications, lifestyle changes such as exercise and weight management, even joint injections, cathepsy, all of these can help. And for severe cases, surgery or joint replacement can restore mobility. I always tell my patients, think of it like maintaining your car. If you change the oil, check the brakes, and take care of it, that car will last much longer. Your joints are the same. If you care for them early, you can keep moving for decades. So to sum it up, arthritis is not just stiffness. Inside the joint, there's a very real, very physical process of inflammation, cartilage breakdown, and bone damage happening. And the earlier you understand that and act on it, the better. Because once you're at bone on bone, the options become more limited. But before that, there is so much we can do to protect and support your joints. Exactly. And in our next segment, we'll dive into practical steps from lifestyle to treatments. So stay with us. We're going to give you the tools you need to protect your joints and reclaim your mobility. Welcome back, everyone. Now that we've taken a close look at what arthritis does inside the body, let's talk about the treatments. And because for decades, people living with arthritis have relied on a fairly short list of options: painkillers, NSAIDs, steroids, and in some cases, surgery. Traditional treatments have been the mainstay for years, and while they can help, they come with limitations. Let me break it down. Painkillers. These reduce pain, but they don't address the root cause. They mask the discomfort temporarily, but the inflammation and joint damage continue. Steroids. They are powerful anti-inflammatories. They can bring fast relief, but long-term. Use can lead to side effects like weight gain, weakened bones, and even damage to internal organs. Surgery, joint replacements can be life-changing for some patients, but they're invasive, expensive, and recovery can take months. And not everyone is a good candidate for surgery. So what you're saying, Dr. Linda, is that while these options exist, none of them are perfect. They either treat the symptom but not the cause, or they come with risks that make them less than ideal. Exactly. And that's been the frustrating part for both patients and doctors. We want something that's effective, but also safe, sustainable, and accessible. And that's why I get excited about where medicine is heading. Because researchers have been looking for better ways, treatments that don't just cover up the pain, but actually target the underlying inflammation and protect the joints. Yes, and science has come a long way. We now understand arthritis at the cellular level. We know that inflammatory molecules, things like cytokines, play a big role in the pain and joint damage. And so newer approaches are aiming to calm that cellular storm instead of just numbing the pain. That's such an important shift. It's not about quick fixes anymore. It's about real, lasting solutions that address the root cause. Which brings me to something I'm very excited to share with our listeners today. Hapri in calf. It's called ChroniXEase. Now, before anyone thinks, oh, here's just another cream that warms your skin for 10 minutes, let me stop you right there. This is very different. ChroniXEase is a clinically tested, rheumatologist-approved improved formula designed to go deeper than the skin. Instead of simply creating a warming or cooling sensation, it's formulated to penetrate at the cellular level and target the inflammation directly. And what I love is that it's been developed with real science behind it. Patients who've tried it are not just reporting temporary relief. They're experiencing improved mobility, reduced stiffness, and in many cases, an ability to get back to daily activities.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I would like to give my best testimony for a product which pretty much saved my life. Start with the beginning. 3 months ago, I was feeling a big pain in my knees, as well all over my joints. After searching for different products in different stores, I never got the right thing which helped me to relieve my pain. Finally, I went to the website of the company. I make my own research. I search carefully, and I ordered it without hesitation because I didn't have nothing to lose, and they were promising 90 days money back guarantee. After applying on the painful areas for like 3 times per day, mainly before bedtime, the pain disappeared and also helps as a big muscle relief too. I can guarantee it. 2 thumbs up. Thanks a lot.
Hi, my name is George, and I'm giving my opinion of the experience that I had tried that I had found online of this product for the arthritis and muscle relief pains that I have and stuff. It really works, I guarantee you. I use it 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and before I go to bed. This product really helped, and I use so many different kind of products, and nothing worked until I got this one. I guarantee you, buy it.
Exactly. I think one of the most powerful things is that it gives people hope. For so long, arthritis, Princess sufferers have had to choose between masking the pain or risking serious side effects. ChroniXEase offers a new path, managing arthritis by addressing the inflammation in a safe and sustainable way. So to sum it up, traditional treatments still have their place, but they're not the whole answer. Painkillers, steroids, and surgery can help, but they don't solve the bigger problem. That's why innovative approaches like ChroniXEase are so exciting to Vinci. They represent a new generation of treatment. Yes, and for patients listening today, the message is, don't lose hope. The landscape of arthritis care is changing, and you don't have to settle for just getting by anymore. Absolutely. And in our next segment, we'll talk about lifestyle, the things you can do at home every single day to support your joints and improve your quality of life. Because medicine is one piece of the puzzle, but your daily habits are just as important. All right, now we've talked about traditional treatments and their limitations, but I really want us to spend some time on something new, ChroniXEase. This is not just another topical cream. It represents a different way of thinking about joint care, and I want to explain why. First, let's start with the science. The key ingredient in ChroniXEase is something called apitoxin. That's the medical term for bee venom. Now, before anyone raises an eyebrow, this isn't folklore or some old wives' tale. This is real science. Bee venom has been studied for decades, and research shows it has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Here's how it works. Arthritis is, at its core, an inflammatory disease. Your joints swell, your tissues become irritated, and the cartilage that cushions your bones breaks down. What apitoxin does is penetrate deep into the tissues and calm that inflammation. It essentially tells your immune system, stand down. And when the swelling goes down, something incredible happens. Your mobility returns. Suddenly, climbing stairs isn't so painful. Suddenly, your hands can grip a mug or type on a keyboard. That's the power of reducing inflammation at its source. Exactly. And what I find fascinating is that bee venom works at the cellular level. It's not just numbing your nerves like a painkiller would. It's actually interrupting the inflammatory process that damages the joints. That's a very different approach compared to what most creams on the market do. And it's not just bee venom. ChroniXEase is a blend. Another critical ingredient is glucosamine. Now, glucosamine is something your body naturally uses to build and repair cartilage. Think of cartilage as the cushion between your bones. Over time, with arthritis, with aging, that cushion wears down. That's right. And once that cushion is gone, you get what we call the bone-on-bone effect, which is extremely painful. So glucosamine helps slow that breakdown, and in some cases even supports rebuilding.
Yeah.
When you combine glucosamine with apatoxin, you're not just calming the pain, you're actually supporting the long-term health of the joint itself. That's what makes ChroniXEase stand out.
Yeah.
Because most products either deal with pain or deal with inflammation, but not both. ChroniXEase brings the two together. Now, let's talk about what people really want to know. How fast does it work? The beauty of ChroniXEase is how quickly it acts. And you rub the cream gently for just 2 minutes into the affected area. Maybe it's your knee, maybe your shoulder, maybe your lower back.
Yeah.
And within minutes, you start to feel a warming, soothing effect. But it's not just surface level comfort. The ingredients are actually penetrating the tissues to tackle the root of the pain. And that's the key difference. Other creams may feel cool or warm for a short time, but as soon as that sensation fades, the pain comes back. ChroniXEase keeps working underneath the skin, reducing swelling and stiffness so the relief lasts much longer. Imagine waking up, rubbing ChroniXEase into your stiff joints, and within minutes being able to move freely. No waiting for a pill to kick in, no worrying about side effects. That's life-changing. Let's make this real for our listeners. Arthritis isn't just pain, it steals little joys from daily life. Maybe you can't open a jar. Maybe you avoid walking your dog. Maybe you stop gardening or dancing because it hurts too much. Now imagine applying ChroniXEase and slowly realizing you can bend down and tie your shoes without wincing. You can climb stairs without holding onto the railing.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick up your grandchild or cook a meal without constant discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our patients tell us, it gives them their independence back. And that's priceless. Because arthritis doesn't just affect the body,
Yes.
It affects your mental health, your confidence, your social life. ChroniXEase helps people reclaim those things. And one thing I want to stress, ChroniXEase is natural and safe.
Yeah.
It doesn't carry the risks of steroids.
Yeah.
And it doesn't upset your stomach like long-term painkillers can.
Mm.
It's topical, it's non-invasive, and it's backed by both research and clinical approval.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why many rheumatologists are open to recommending it alongside lifestyle changes and other therapies. It's not a replacement for everything, but it's an incredibly powerful tool that can fit into a larger care plan. So, to sum this up, ChroniXEase works because it combines apatoxin, or bee-venom, for deep anti-inflammatory action with glucosamine to protect and rebuild cartilage. It provides fast relief in just 2 minutes, and over time, it supports healthier, more mobile joints. It's more than a cream, Anna. It's a new approach to arthritis relief. And that's why we're so passionate about sharing it with our listeners.
Yeah.
Because when you're in pain every day,
Yeah.
and something that can bring back your freedom without the risks of harsh drugs truly is a breakthrough. Now that we've explained what ChroniXEase is, I want us to go deeper. Why is this product different from everything else on the market? Why are patients and doctors calling it a game changer? We've identified the 5 big reasons ChroniXEase truly stands out. Let's walk through them one by one. Reason number 1, it's effective and efficient. First, ChroniXEase is effective and efficient. Here's what I mean, though. Most treatments just focus on covering up symptoms. You take a painkiller. It's actually one of the leading causes of disability, especially among older adults.
Yes.
So think about that. There's that. You feel a little better, but the inflammation inside the joint is still raging. The disease keeps progressing. ChroniXEase is different because it targets the root cause,
Yeah.
inflammation at the cellular level.
Yeah.
And the bee-venom and glucosamine combination doesn't just hide pain, it interrupts the cycle of swelling and joint damage. That's so important because when you actually reduce inflammation instead of just masking pain, you get long-lasting relief. Patients notice that the stiffness doesn't come back as quickly, that their range of motion keeps improving. That's efficiency. Reason number 2, it's 100% natural. The second reason, it's completely natural.
Yeah.
ChroniXEase isn't loaded with harsh chemicals,
Yeah.
synthetic drugs, or steroids. It's made from bee venom, glucosamine, and other natural compounds your body can actually use. And let's not forget Separin. The problem with traditional options is side effects. Long-term painkiller use can hurt your liver or stomach. Steroids can weaken your bones or raise your blood pressure. ChroniXEase avoids all that because it's topical, plant, and nature-based, and very safe when used correctly.
Yeah.
Exactly. People want solutions that don't trade one problem for another. With ChroniXEase, they finally have that. And reason number 3, it supports long-term mobility. The third reason is all about mobility. Arthritis doesn't just hurt, it limits movement. That's what makes people feel old before their time.
Right.
And ChroniXEase works by reducing swelling and stiffness, so joints actually start moving more freely again.
Yeah.
Over weeks of use, people report that they can bend, stretch, and walk longer distances without discomfort. That's the difference between relief and recovery. Relief is temporary comfort. Recovery is when you actually get parts of your life back. ChroniXEase helps with that. Exactly. Imagine going from dreading a walk across the grocery store to taking evening strolls again.
Yeah.
That's long-term mobility.
Yeah.
Reason number 4, it's versatile. ChroniXEase is versatile. Arthritis doesn't just target one joint, and it can show up in your knees, back, shoulders, hands, even your neck. ChroniXEase is designed to work anywhere you need it. And you simply massage it into the painful area, and it penetrates to calm the inflammation right where it hurts. I've had patients use it on multiple spots, their knees and their hands, for example, and they get consistent relief. That versatility makes it so much easier because you don't need different products for different body parts.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like one solution for many challenges. Reason number 5, it improves quality of life. And the 5th reason is maybe the most important for Inflict, quality of life. Pain doesn't just stop you from moving. It affects your mood, your sleep, your relationships. ChroniXEase helps people feel like themselves again. They're able to smile, to enjoy time with family, to wake up without dreading the day ahead. That's more than pain relief. That's giving people their life back. Yeah, exactly. And that's why so many of our patients say things like, it's not just that I feel better, it's that I feel normal again.
Yeah.
That's priceless. So let's recap quickly. ChroniXEase is a game changer because it's effective, it targets the root cause, it's 100% natural, no harsh side effects, it supports long-term mobility, it's versatile for different joints, and it improves overall quality of life. And let's not forget, it's accessible. No prescription, no expensive procedures, just something you can use at home safely and start seeing results. Battle the power of ChroniXEase, a small cream with a big impact. All right, listeners, we've covered a lot about arthritis and about new solutions like ChroniXEase, but we know there are still plenty of questions and sometimes myths that just won't go away.
Yeah.
So in this segment, we're going to do a little myth busting session. I love this part because myths about arthritis can be so damaging.
Yeah.
They stop people from getting help. They create unnecessary fear. And sometimes they keep people stuck in pain longer than they need to be.
Yeah.
Dr. Iviana, here's one I hear all the time. Isn't arthritis just an old piece of nonsense disease? Myth number 1, arthritis only affects old people. That's a big one, and it's completely false.
While osteoarthritis is more common with age, arthritis can affect young adults, teens, and even children.
Rheumatoid arthritis, for example, is autoimmune, and it can begin as early as the teenage years. Exactly. We've seen 20-year-olds struggle with joint swelling and pain, often without realizing it's arthritis.
Genetics, injuries, and lifestyle factors can all play a role, regardless of age.
So arthritis isn't just about getting old. It's about how the immune system, environment, and body mechanics interact. Here's another dangerous myth. Arthritis is forever, and nothing helps. Myth number 2, once you have arthritis, nothing helps. That's simply not true. While we don't yet have a cure, we absolutely have ways to slow progression, reduce symptoms, and improve quality of life. The earlier you intervene, the better. Treatments like physical therapy, exercise, diet changes, and new topical solutions like ChroniXEase make a huge difference. People go from feeling hopeless to actually enjoying life again. The message here is don't give up. With the right approach, arthritis doesn't have to define your life. Myth number 3, exercise makes arthritis worse. Dr. Linda, I know a lot of patients also say, I'm afraid to exercise because it'll make my arthritis worse.
Yeah.
That's another myth. The truth is, the right type of exercise actually protects the joints. Gentle, low-impact activities like walking, swimming, or yoga can strengthen muscles, improve flexibility, and reduce stiffness. Of course, you don't want to push through severe pain, but movement is medicine. Staying still actually makes joints weaker and more painful. And when you combine safe movement with supportive treatments like ChroniXEase, you give your body the best chance to heal and function well. Another one I hear, a cream can't possibly help something as serious as arthritis.
Yeah.
Myth number 4, topical creams don't really work. That used to be true for many over-the-counter rubs. They just created heat or a cooling sensation for a few minutes. But ChroniXEase is different. Yes, because of its active ingredients, bee-venom and glucosamine, it penetrates deeply into tissues and actually reduces inflammation at the root level. It's not about tricking the nerves with a hot/cold effect. It's about real biological action. Exactly. This is where science meets nature, and it's why topical solutions like ChroniXEase are changing the game. Myth number 5, if I don't feel pain, my arthritis is fine. Here's a sneaky one. Some people think that if their pain isn't constant, their arthritis must not be serious. That's a dangerous assumption. Arthritis damage can be happening silently, even when pain levels are low. That's why proactive care is so important. Waiting until pain is unbearable often means the joints are already badly damaged. Regular management through lifestyle, checkups, and tools like ChroniXEase helps protect your joints before things get worse. So let's recap. Arthritis isn't just for the elderly. There are solutions that help. Exercise is your friend, not your enemy. Topical creams can work when they target inflammation. And don't wait for pain to get severe before acting.
Yeah.
Perfect summary, Dr. Linda. Myths create fear, but facts create freedom.
Yeah.
And the fact is, arthritis can be managed.
Yeah.
And lives can be improved when people have the right information and the right tools. So if you're tired of waking up in pain, if climbing stairs feels impossible, if arthritis is holding you back,
Don't wait until it's worse. ChroniXEase is available now, directly from the official website.
supplies are limited because bee venom harvesting happens only twice a year. So if you want to experience this, act quickly. Arthritis doesn't have to control your life. With the right knowledge and tools, you can take back your freedom. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you, Dr. Iviana, for leading this important conversation.
And thank you, listeners, for spending this time with us. Remember, you deserve a pain-free, active life.
Don't settle for less. Until next time, stay healthy, stay strong.